Welcome back, team. So, I actually wanted to show you another Gen AI functionality which I created recently, and I'm still working on it, but I just thought I'll quickly show you something. So, let me run this. I run a Streamlit app. Okay. The first thing it will do is ask me my OpenAI key. Okay. So, I paste my key. Now, this particular UI, what it is doing, it is reading a file which is having supplier invoices and corresponding payments. So, let me first show you the file itself. So this is the file, and all these are fabricated invoices. So you have the invoice ID, the supplier name, the invoice date, the due date, the currency, the status, and the payment status. This is the current status, and this is the payment status. So as you can see, there are some invoices which are pending, and they are in unpaid status also. And most of the unpaid statuses are either in the pending status or they are overdue. So in this report, we have marked overdue also. Okay, and then we have the payment. For anything which is paid, we have the payment date and the payment method also. Okay, so now what I've done is I've used Streamlit as a UI and I created this mini chatbot, or you can also consider this as a dashboard. Now we can ask questions in English language over here. But before I do that, let me go down. I'll show you what other information this UI shows. This will show you the invoice statistics. So in this file, you can see here, let's go and filter the data and look at the number of suppliers. It says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are total 8 suppliers for which this information is populated. Okay, so now here invoice statistics, it shows me that there are 8 suppliers, and it is also combining the supplier with the corresponding currency, open invoice count, and the paid invoice count. So let's take one for an example. Let's take ABC Corporation. We'll take ABC Corporation. Okay. And then we'll go to AUD currency, which is this one. We'll go to AUD currency. And then let's go to the open invoice, that is unpaid open invoices. Okay. Let's select this one. So this says 12 invoices for ABC in AUD are unpaid. Okay. And let's go back to our report. So you can see that the number 12 is showing here. Similarly, we have the paid invoice count. So we can remove this and make it paid. And you can see that there are 14, and this also shows you 14. So this is based on that. But again, this is not a Gen AI thing. It just shows you what is there in the screen. Okay. Similarly, I have this, I can select a query, select a supplier, and I want to see the details. Now here it's at the higher level. Now, if I want to see the details, I can select AUD ABC Corporation, click on show open invoices, and it will run that query, and basically it's running the query from the Excel. Okay. And it's showing me those invoices which are in the unpaid statuses. Similarly, I want to see paid invoices. I can click on this, and it shows me the paid invoices, and it also shows me the payment date and the payment method. Okay. Now I've also added some visualizations, like overall what is the payment status. There are 35% of the invoices which are in the paid status. There are about 64% which is not paid. Okay. And then by the supplier and the currency, I put this visualization together. So you have the supplier and the currency, corresponding currency, and how many. If you highlight this, you can see how many invoices are open. This is the open invoice. Similarly, I've done the closed one also, that is the paid one also. So I've given this kind of visualization which tells you that this is the supplier. These are paid. Mostly the focus should be here because this is unpaid. It tells me the JKL has a lot of unpaid invoices, right? So that sort of thing. So this is what this shows me, this visualization. And then currency, how many different invoices are distributed with different currencies, right? So what is the percentage for that? I took a pie chart example in this one. Okay. And then invoices over time. This is like a range, over the period of January till January 25, from 23 to 25. What are the total invoice counts? The total amount of invoices. So across the date range, what is the uh, what is the amount of invoices? So just to give a snapshot kind of thing. So I have done this, but this one currently is populating based on this sheet of data. And also coming back to our main one now. I put a debugging message here that it immediately counts the number of invoices, open invoices. So let's do this. Let's click on unpaid, and you can see it's 642 here, and that's what your chatbot shows. Now let me ask a question in plain English. What Okay, let me ask, okay, can you tell me how many suppliers are listed? I've clicked on enter. Let's see what it says. It's thinking. Okay, now it's only showing me 5. Can you please, because I've used a limited LLM, for advanced functionalities, we can use a better LLM also, right? Can you please list all the suppliers in bullets? Now it's only listing four, but you can imagine when we build a real live application, it can show you more details. Now let's say, can you tell me how many invoices are unpaid? It shows me the list of unpaid invoices, but I wanted the actual count. Okay, it says there are 642 unpaid invoices. Let's go and check that, which we know for sure, but still, there are 642 unpaid invoices. So it does show me the count, but also gives me additional details. I did not ask for this one. Okay. And can you tell me how many invoices are in paid status? Let's run this. Okay, let's go down. So it says there are 358 paid invoices. Okay, so let's go and check this. So there are 358 paid invoices. So it did work, but there are some things which we need to improve on this. Let me ask a question. Let's say, how many invoices were paid by, let's say, check. Let's ask this question. How many invoices of supplier ABC Corp, ABC Corp, how many invoices of supplier? I didn't even ask the questions, already started thinking, but how many invoices of supplier? So it says, unfortunately, the context does not specify a particular supplier because I have not finished my query. Okay, so, and it says, are you asking about a specific company like XYZ, MNO Limited, and all that? So let's try that. How many invoices of supplier ABC have been paid by check? I think it started running the query before I did anything. Let me run this again. There are 53 invoices for ABC Corp, but it's not showing me specific. See, it's showing me 53, but it should show me specific to check. Okay, only 12, but at least it's going in the right direction. It's finding ABC Corporation and it's finding the paid invoices. But like I said, the LLMs which I've used are not advanced. Okay, it's pretty basic. So I think we need a better LLM to get the reasoning and better search capabilities, and which works good when it comes to natural language processing. Okay, so how many invoices check for? So let's say this check payment method. The focus needs to be there, I believe. Let's do this now. AI response. Let's see. Again, it's still showing me that same thing. Okay. So I put a clear button, clear question for such cases because I was finding such kind of things that it was running the previous query multiple times. So I wanted to make sure that everything gets cleared out. Let me try this again now. Yeah, it's still showing me ABC Corporation, but it shows me all the paid invoices, not the ones with specific to check. So those are the things which needs a little improvement. I'll be working on it, but I just thought of quickly showing it to you. Now the idea is this is a standalone thing. Now we can integrate this with Oracle, right? So we can build a PaaS solution, and we can, instead of passing an Excel like this, we have to build functionalities which can query from Excel, this sort of thing, and then pass it on to the LLM, for reasoning purposes and question and answer purposes. So that's something we can do. So in future, if I'm able to show you something like that, I can definitely show you. All right. So thank you so much for your team. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.